So I have the blower on upside down on its lid, and I took off the protective film that it had so that I can install the gaskets. I'm also going to install the injectors at the same time because it's nice and convenient to do it in this way. And once it's all together, just plop it on the motor and remove that pulley and install the 2.625 grip tech that it had on it, and button everything up, and hopefully we can get this car started sooner than later. Well, it looks like Havoc Speed went ahead and really nicely packaged this up, and then at the end of the package is the old shit. The old injectors, you can tell they're a little run down. There's injector parts in there also that are obviously less than clean. And again, this car has been running pump E85 for a very long time. In the future, when I can swing it, I probably am just going to buy a drum of either ethanol 1 or some kind of Ignite product and just dedicated running legit race ethanol instead of the pump stuff, because that's the problem with the pump stuff. Even though it tests 85%, the 15% is like chocolate milk, chicken gizzards, and assholes and lips, basically what hot dogs are made of. So let's get them all installed. This is probably the only time I wish I had friends. Problem is with friends is they're unreliable, turn their back on you, so might as well do this shit by myself. So got the injectors installed. Biggest pain in the ass is the alignment between the rail and the injector. Edelbrock, I think, needs to make these holes bigger to allow some variance in terms of height, because different injector spacers are slightly different, and if the hole isn't perfectly lined up, it's not going to go in. But luckily I persevered. Ooh, that one's a little tight. I gotta watch that guy. So okay, this one's a little on the loose side, but it's being retained. Watch that one. We pressurize the fuel system. Ooh, that one's tight. Better. Interesting. So it seems like this guy's lower here than that one, and this guy is lower than that one according to how it's spaced out. Okay, let me jump on top of the car. I got all jacked up. Let me hop on top of the car and parallel park this bitch in. The gaskets are already placed in there. So yeah, next shot you'll see is either this on the ground with a crack on it, me with a big cut and cussing everyone out, or the supercharger on top of the motor. Let's see how it goes. Okay, using the light from the camera on the phone, I'm gonna make sure it's down. Looks like the injectors, sorry about the dirt, but you know, whatever. They're not touching, that's good. It's good. Looks like the blower is down. Looks like so far so good. This side had the harness, I think, pinched underneath it. Excuse me. And I moved it out of the way, and there's a little slack, so that's good. Injectors seem to be in their nice home position. Very nice. Very nice. All right, let's start hooking up injectors. Actually, before that, start bolting it down, because they're a pain in the ass. These tiny little bolts are hard to line up. So they are these guys. That's what retains this blower down, like 8 of them. So let me make sure that these guys are in first, cinched everything down, torqued nicely, then go ahead and install the injectors. Start putting on the intake stuff, belt, make sure the hoses are routed properly for the crossover pipe, and see if this thing turns over and starts up. Interesting thing I wanted to show you guys on Edelbrock superchargers. From the factory, they come with a nitrous pill in the bypass line. Yes, a little nitrous pill. Let me get out in the sun to see it a little better. Beautiful. So this little guy actually restricts the airflow going to the bypass. What that does is delay the closing of the bypass, and the instant boost effect is widened or lessened. A lot of people that have like a sudden surge forward, we tell them to put a nitrous pill in line, and it'll slow down the vacuum / boost signal, and the bypass will shut slower. Take it out, it goes whap, and you get instant boost. Obviously I do not have it installed because I have my own line here that goes to the fuel reference and the bypass teed into it, so I will not have that issue. Just giving you a heads up in case you install an Edelbrock supercharger and you want a little more oomph, especially out of the hole. This guy, taking this guy out, will definitely help. Okay, this is where I'm at. got the blower in, got the belt route in, got everything where it needs to be. Cooling lines, vacuum for the bypass, and the fuel system. Fuel line has to be tightened yet, got to remember that. And then I'm going to pressurize the fuel system and let the coolant run through the blower and the intercooler to see if there's any leaks. If there's any leaks, go ahead and fix them up and then go from there. Got me some sealant so I can actually put it around this guy, because that's what's actually sealing this guy. I'm not using a gasket. So we go ahead and do that, pressurize the system, get after it. Took about 2.5 hours, 3 hours total. I'm tired, I'm dehydrated, I'm sweating as crazy, but light at the end of the tunnel, and this is the fun part. Okay, I am drenched in sweat. It'd be funny to see how much I lost weight-wise, the amount of water weight. So I'm gonna get back here. Oh Jesus, oh my God, tripping over everything. I'm gonna pressurize the fuel system, pressurize the cooling system, intercooler. Got to bleed it out, so go do that. Battery in it. Battery. So what we did to fix potentially the stuttering problem was add some relays. I'll show you that shit later. But for now, let me make sure. And the battery doesn't work. Really? Really? Battery don't work? Really? Like, really? For reals? Let me see. Oh my God. Switch is not hooked up. Forgot where I left off with this car because it's been forever. Oh shit. Let me see what the hell's going on with this guy. Apparently everything's hooked up. I guess the dome light went out. All right. Fuel system should be primed. See what's leaking. Go take a look. That's the trans fan. The regular fan should turn on pretty quickly after that, but if it doesn't, I'll have to, crap, that means I have to hook everything up and start the car, and I'd rather not start the car with an unchecked coolant system. But it looks like the fuel system is holding up nicely. So okay, let me keep cycling the fuel and make sure that it's pressurized, and then put the inlet on and start the car and check for leaks. I'd rather not do that while the car's running for obvious reasons, but that's kind of all I can do. So let me get on that shit real quick. Okay, moment of truth, legit moment of truth. I haven't turned the car on or anything, and this is nerve-wracking because I'm here by myself. I'm gonna turn the car on. As long as there's no fuel leaks, it should be okay. There's a little bit of water there. As long as there's a fuel leaks, it's okay. If it's a water leak, I can take care of it. But the problem is I can't shut the car off immediately. If there's a belt issue, I can't shut the car off immediately. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a stressful thing. What the fuck does this go to? Oh, this is like the old throttle body shit. Did I forget to connect some harnesses? Let me look this thing over to make sure it's proper. Okay, take two. That was a throttle body adapter harness. Because, it's got a Whipple 132. It's a little dusty. All right. Fingers crossed. Hopefully there's no fuel leaks. I don't care about coolant leaks so much. Fuel leaks. Oh, yeah. The problem is, once I turn this car on, I can't shut it off for 5 seconds. There's a timer that I got to get rid of. Nervous as hell. Let's see how it goes. Oh, yes. There's a little thing in the back. And I think that's why the dome light doesn't work. Because this stuff. Where are you? There you are. There it is. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm gonna die. Alright, dome light works. Coolant pump's not going yet because the coolant pump turns on with the fan. Alright, did you rub on the wheels? Alright. Oh my God, I'm gonna have me some fun. Alright, contact. Come on, fuel, get there. A couple more. One more time. I wonder why it's not lighting off. Let me make sure everything's plugged in. Turn this guy off. Getting fuel because it's making a big explosion. But let's make sure there's no fuel leaks because I'm sure it reached proper pressure. And if there's a leak, it'll show up real fast, real fast. Nope, so far so good. MAF is plugged in. This guy's plugged in. The breakout harness is plugged in. Smells like fuel, which means it ignited something. Maybe it's just not getting enough. Who knows? This is good. Nothing's wet, nothing's wet. Oh yeah, it's wet. Something's really wet. Oh, you know what? I never tightened this line. That's my fault. Let's tighten it up. Oh gosh, it's foggy as heck. Come on, baby. We can't be giving these guys some foggy ass shit. Okay, after looking it over, can you guys tell what the problem is? Because from here I can tell, but initially I couldn't. Ah, fuck, this thing is still wet. Take a look at the engine bay, guys, real quick. Nice little test. What's wrong here? Why does it sputter and not start? Take a good look. Massive vacuum leak. Luckily, yes sir, yes sir, as if it was meant for it. Watch this bitch start. I bet you money this bitch will. Wow! I thought it was something going on with the relays over there, but called Jake. He's like, nah, fuck you, son. Okay, let's go. Oh, come on, baby. Don't make me look stupid. It's trying. There still must be another vacuum leak somewhere. Let's keep looking. Oh, Alex. Oh, Alex. I guess Edelbrock kept all the caps because I'm like, oh, everything should be cool, son. Just bolt that bitch up. So now I gotta find a little sucker for that. And I wonder, I want to see if I can steal it from somewhere. I mean, I don't think I can steal it from anywhere else. No, there's nipples over here. I wish they had something. No, nothing here. This guy's good. Anything on the other side I might be able to steal from? Another vacuum tree? I don't think there's another vacuum tree in this thing. No. 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 I definitely got to plug it, though. It might start, but it'll be 800% lean. No. No. Alright, let's go back to the white car. No. Anything I can steal from you, buddy? It'll be temporary. Don't worry. I already got this guy. So I got both. Oh. Alright, nothing. Alright, let me keep looking and I'll get that plugged up and get the car started. I found something to plug with. This should work nicely. Oh shit. Oh, some backyard bullshit. You know? You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Sound like Tweety Bird. Wow, these belts are squeaking good. I gotta figure out what bearing's doing that. Alright. Hands on, pump going. Okay, so I gotta pressurize this system. And I don't have a vacuum tool, and it's got to be done while it's running. Alright, no leaks. No leaks. Okay. So, how do you pressurize this system? Well, you blow on it. tomorrow I'll take it for a drive, make sure nothing's funky. I'm gonna try to get the boost box hooked up to it to measure boost. I might tee off of this guy, and let's see how that goes and see if I can data log boost. But as of now, she seems to be good to go. This is what I mean, it takes like 5 seconds for it to shut off. Alrighty, there we go. What a day, what a day, what a day. Ended up doing spark plugs on this guy. Put the blower together, injectors, everything went really well. Just time consuming because I'm by myself and I wasn't really rushing. I want to document everything and video it, but seems to be running good, no leaks. Might need a new belt soon because this guy's a little jacked. But other than that, I think she's ready for the road. Put some Pumpy 85 in her and just get some miles on her and see how it all goes. How I look after all of it. Sweating, the whole shirt is soaked. It's just like one color. But there's a nice feeling of accomplishment when you work on your own shit. Problem is I hate working on my own shit, but I must admit, once it's done and once everything's put together and you get that startup, it's nice. I'm just not looking forward to doing that too often. So now I'm gonna go home and edit 2 videos and hopefully get you guys some content, and then I'll get you some content on the red car. The red car has 373s in it and it feels phenomenal. The draggy stuff, I'm not going to be too critical about that. I did some draggy hits on it and they weren't impressive, and I was wondering why. Tune wise and data log wise, it looks like it should be rolling out, but the 60 foot was way off and like 2.4 from a 2.1. So I was like, nah, this is fucked up. So got to figure out what the situation is, see if it's a satellite signal problem or whatever. But thanks for listening, guys. I wanted to make sure I got you content on the Fairmont. The Kong ported blower is on. So now it's time to put some miles on it. Mechanically make sure it's good. Get it on the dyno as soon as I can. According to Greg Kong, it should make 2 more PSI on the same pulley combo. So it should be close to 900 wheel horsepower because it was in the 870, 880 range in the previous combo. Now the goal is to spin it fast. Spin this thing fast. So I might get a 20% lower for it and just spin it instead of taking it all apart and just seeing what the deal is. It did go 870s with the previous pulley combo unported in very good weather. Now I know at Texas 2K breaking up, hopefully that relay situation that Jake put in the control pack fixes the injector driver issue. It was an injector harness issue. It was burned up based on the fuel pump. It wasn't, the internal relay wasn't keeping up with the fuel pumps. Now I put a solid state relay in the back, so it takes the brunt of the load. 2 Magna fuels, which it doesn't need. And now I'm gonna go see how this thing does and take it to the track and try to bust off an 850. That's the goal. Really, 850s, 840s, anything above and beyond that is phenomenal. This car does weigh 3,500 pounds with me in it, so I think that's a decent accomplishment. But with a ported blower, I'm expecting pretty darn good things. So thanks for everybody, especially Edelbrock, who got me the blower back ported. That means the blower went to them, the case went to Greg ported it, it came back to Edelbrock, Edelbrock assembled it, brought it to me. Unbelievable service, awesome. So let's see what it does, and we'll see how it performs, and I'll try to get you video as soon as possible. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll talk to you later.